Okay, welcome everybody. This is a bit of a change. Well, I was told not to do this. It was too much. I was told not to do this because it looks very unprofessional, but I don't actually care what people think. This is the Academy, and this is a lovely set. Sorry, Shaz, would you like a cover over you? You would. Okay, beautiful. How does that feel? Nice? Great. Now, a lot of this conversation, what I'm going to talk to you about now, is in the Pure Energy Healing Online, an interactive course. However, I'm just going to give you a taste of part of the course, part of the Pure Energy Healing course, and part of the course on crystals, which is an amazing thing. Today I'm going to just share with you something really amazing, brilliant, works fantastic. If you're a practitioner, even if you're somebody at home and you just want to give it a go on your family, just to try and help them in the times of a kind of darkness, not knowing what to do, where to go, what path to take. You know how it is at the moment, it's challenging. This is a little something that can help. And I've been doing this for many, many years. So, of course, this is a dummy. And I'll skip from A to B here and there, just to show you, give you an idea of the taste of the Academy and how we actually work here. This is a woman, okay? Never, ever place your hands over a woman's breasts or private parts. Never. It's a no-no, no matter how much you feel a pull to go there to give healing. Never. Healing can be as powerful as a huge slab of concrete or lead this thick over your client, and if you put your hand there and the slab's here, that energy will pour straight through into the breast that you may feel has an issue there, okay? Even though you feel the pull to it, you never do that. One thing you can do is take her hand like this, bring it up to her breast, place her hand there. I'll show you on this hand. This is another hand from Ken. Sorry, Ken, I'll have to borrow your hand. So you place her hand here or here, so it's comfortable. And then you take your hand, and if you feel the need to place your hand onto it, then at least there is her hand there on the breast, and your hand is actually touching her hand. So there's no way you can be, there's no way your client will feel uncomfortable with that. It's just a trick, and it's something that serves you well, because if you're a practitioner, you can be the most amazing healer in this world. You can be one after the other, 7 days a week, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. It only takes one person to say something negative about you and your business is finished, because there's never smoke without fire in the minds of most people. So we pray every day and say, please bring me the right people, meaning that people who understand our work, and people who are a little bit OTT in their mind, in the sense of chemical imbalance, so they're on drugs, and they can scream and shout. If you are a male and they feel an attraction to you, which often happens, it's not to you, it's the energy that you work with, and most people fail to see that. So it's always good to mention that if you're a practitioner and you feel that your client is having feelings for you, you instantly cut it off by saying you use past stories, analogies or never use your client's story, ever. So you say, I remember working in a certain country and this lady really felt that she had feelings for me, but What she didn't realize was that she was feeling this energy, and this energy is healing, and it made her feel better. So then she associated her feeling better because of me, but actually it was the energy that we were working with, and it was actually her energy which was making her feel happier and stronger. You see, that is the way forward as a professional and somebody who sees how this could be a challenge. So these are the things. This is especially for men, okay? So, and for you women as well, same thing goes. If you feel that there's an issue down below, it could be cancer, it could be anything. Take the gentleman's hand, place it over the private parts, and just gently touch their hand. Even that, you probably think, little bit dodgy. So if you're right, follow that instinct. For me, I say this with my hand on my heart. You can be up here, you can be across the room sending energy to that place, and it will still arrive there, and it will still do the same amount of work. So today we're going to do something beautiful. Today we're going to work on the awakening of the soul. So you think that the awakening of the soul is probably here in this section, when in actual fact you have to get the spacesuit correct. You've got to clear it, you've got to clean it, you've got to help it, you've got to awaken it. And the best place to do that is this section. So we're going to work on this section. How did I do that as a healer? Well, I use tools. And one of the tools I use is around my neck now. And it's a fabulous tool. So it's a crystal, but it's two crystals in one. Now, this is actually not long enough as I was healing, but that's okay. It needs to be longer. The reason why is because when they're around my neck, I can work with them like this. So I would probably bring this down to about here, belly button. Therefore, I'm able to work with it without bending down or too close. But today, I take it off and use it. So say hello to a beautiful Brazilian clear quartz. Gorgeous. You can actually see the quartz and the matrix inside, the inclusions, whatever you call it. I call it the shadow, or I call it the cloud. And that sometimes people say, oh, it's broken. No, it's not broken. That's the way quartz is, natural quartz. You know, I'd be worried if it was perfectly clear, and I'd think, is that glass? And I'd be taking my machine, which is here, and I would test it to see if it was glass. These have all been tested, so they're all amazing. They come from Brazil. It's a great, beautiful quartz and very powerful. It's a great awakening crystal. However, what makes this crystal so special is its marriage, and its marriage to Moldavite. Moldavite is at the top of all of these pendants that I've had made, and they work amazing. And the reason why is because you can hold your finger on the Moldavite as you're working. You can actually put the Moldavite in the palm of your hand and grab it this way like this and work with it like this, or you can actually use it as a tool that you would work on the third eye this way. So there's many ways to use it, but let's help awaken the spirit, the soul. It's called the connection between the spirit inside and the spacesuit. So these are what you call power points, chakras, whatever you want to phrase it as. But to me, all I'm focused on now, if you've never done this before, if you've never done healing before, give it a try. There isn't an ABC, 1, 2, 3, but there is this kind of idea that if you go in certain places, that will give you the confidence to start working, and then you start to get pulled to certain places. So you'll feel at the beginning you'll work as I'm working, and then you'll get pulled to certain places. You'll feel the need to go to places. Follow that intuition, follow that instinct. Don't be put off that, oh, I'm not a healer, I don't know whether I should be doing that. No, just follow that instinct, follow that feeling, and go with your gut feeling. Everything that you do will be very positive and very healing. So the first thing I'd be doing is I'd be working on probably this section here, which is, they call it the third eye. So I would hold the crystal like this in my hand, and I would start to work on the third eye by rotation or movement up and down. So you're like painting, side by side to side, up and down, okay? This is the movement. And you can work in circles, anti-clockwise, clockwise, or you can just simply stay right where you are. If you have a string, you don't want it to be hitting your client, so you should always think about that. So the one thing you can do is take it and then just gently wrap it around, so you're not going to hit your client with a string. Remember, your client wants to have a nice, peaceful relaxation, not with string hitting them or anything. Be a butterfly. That's our motto. So this hand here can actually work amazing work on the crown chakra at the same time as you're working on the third eye. So gently bring your hand close, and you can sometimes just gently touch the hair. You'll actually feel your client falling asleep very quickly if you gently touch the hair. It's one of the things that I find fascinating, how easy it is to send somebody asleep as soon as you start touching the head, the section of the head. So this is how I would be working to begin with. Don't get uncomfortable because it doesn't work. Because if you're uncomfortable, you'll block the energy coming through. So make sure you're comfortable. There isn't a set way of holding your hand. Do it any way you want. It's just like being kind and caring, just holding your hand there and then working and feeling that energy, feeling it. Feel where it wants to go. Feel how it wants to go. Feel where this beautiful crystal with a point is actually blasting energy. And if you start focusing enough, you'll feel the energy that pours through your head, runs down your arm to your wrist, straight through the fingertips and into the crystal, and then blasting this energy, this powerful energy. Don't be surprised if your client's eyes start flickering like crazy. That is a good sign. That's a normal sign for a healer to say that the energy is pouring through. And that is like boring through somebody who has surrounded themselves with a brick wall and they don't want anything to come in because they've been hurt so many times. As this is happening, once you bore through and you've got through there, the flickering of the eyes will stop. That means you're inside now. So you're inside the pineal gland, the pineal gland, all the alpha muscles. You're working on that energetic frequency of awakening, strengthening and healing and cleansing. It's fantastic. So the other place you can then move and keep your hand still there is right at these sides here. They're called the temples. So these are power points too. So you're working on the power points, on the temples. And you can do the same thing gently. Your motion can be gently washing one way to another, up and down or round and round, or simply keep it where it is. Feel what feels right to you. From both power points there, which are the temples, now I'd be going to the eyes, which are power points too. A lot of people will be disagreeing with me now. It's okay, it's my understanding. You can choose to call it what you want, but the eyes are absolutely a doorway to everything spiritual. So you want to strengthen those eyes, so you would then start to do the same thing. Work on the eyes and feel that energy. Work on the eyes. Sometimes you'll see the eyelids down and you'll see the eyes roll from left to right or up and down or going in weird ways. That is because you are opening to a different seeing when the eyes have closed. That's why I say to people, close your eyes. You see far much more when your eyes are closed. So again, that's another normal reaction. And normally you find when your client gets up, they'll say they've seen colours, they've seen spirit, they've seen faces, they saw things that they never saw before in their life. I saw my grandma, I saw this, I saw one of my pets, because you're opening the doorway to the magical, to the beyond. So it's incredible. Finally, you can then go to the back and do exactly the same thing here and work on what this is called the crown chakra, another power point. You work on there, and then when you've finished, you can finish off quite easily. And again, my hand would be here. I never ever touch the breast. So if I ever work, I'll work in this motion, so I'm nowhere near the breast and I'm working like this. Or you can just simply put your hand here and one hand above the eye, just above, just where the forehead is, and just roughly this needs to be aligned to here. So here and here, just try that, and then just stay there for as long as you can. Get as comfortable as you can, and then just leave it there. No need to move, just stay there. And just wait for maybe 5 minutes, see how it feels, 5, maybe 10 minutes if you want. And then you'll probably find your hands get hotter and hotter. Just keep them there, just keep them there, just keep them there. If your client falls asleep, fantastic. Leave them be, go and sit down, because once you sit down, the energy that has been given is now actually working. So something is happening, let it be. Get out of the way, let the energy take place. So that is one of my ways of opening not just the third eye or the crown chakra, but actually opening the spirit, the heart. The connection here is phenomenal. So if you can heal and strengthen that, you then awaken this. But your spirit's always awakened. But the connection is the most important thing. So if you polish the tools, if you clear out the junk, then the spirit can speak freely right up here and give all the information to the spacesuit. And that, my dear friends, is just a short few-minute version of how we do the opening of the crown, the third eye, and also the connection between the beautiful spirit that you are, the soul that you are, to the spacesuit, and it works every time. So this crystal is a fantastic crystal to use. Just so go down to your local crystal store and ask for a beautiful piece of clear quartz and a little tiny piece of Moldavite. If they are separate pieces, you can always put the Moldavite here on the third eye and work this way. Okay, I have put the piece of Moldavite on eyelids. However, I don't recommend that at all, because sometimes your client can fall asleep and wake up, and then they can open their eye and it can fall into their eye itself. So that isn't a recommendation for me at all. Like I said, I created this because of that very reason. All of the things, if you get one of these, then everything is there. It's nice and safe. You're not going to cause any issues, and you're well away from the eye to cause any damage. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this short workshop. And again, if you enjoyed it, then there is 8 courses we've got coming up right now. Thank you so much to Italy, who joined this morning. The first one is April, and then so on. So that's a pure energy healing course, and then the next one is the pure energy healing crystal course. So I hope to see you on one of them, live and interactive through those 4 days. I'll leave the link below, check it out. I'll leave the link for this because I am now just working on a few more pieces, so they should be on the website shortly. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's kind of like weird and it should really be a client here, but you know what? It's great. It's, for me, this is brilliant. It's nice and easy. Tracy, you've been amazing. Everybody loves you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.